motherfucker!
You got like your Hulk green too.
Nerd Out!
Welcome to another episode of
Nerd Out!
I'm Randy, this is Brian, and this is our 2016 year-end wrap-up. And this is gonna be a doozy, so sit back and relax, grab a beer or a cocktail.
Grab a six-pack and a pizza, buddy.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
Sink in for this one.
We're gonna go right into it. First thing I want to say, both of us are epic fails because neither of us got Fortress Maximus, and we therefore Fort Max can't make our list, and that's a bummer.
And that wins the most hardest to justify toy of the year.
But why is that? Like,
because it's a repop of it's too close to Metroplex, you know?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but what's amazing is we did nothing but give love to Titan's Return, and yet we didn't get the most massive Titan Return.
I know.
So shame on us.
Or we go get it
well, you know what's going to happen is I think Amazon is starting to get them. I guess they're starting to hit Ross's for $55, which will in effect affect the market. And I mean, I'm sure I'll get one cheap. I'm not going to get one for $55. Hey, anyone out there? I'm looking around the $80 price range. Fort Max. I'm sure you would be on board, but let's go into. Do you want to start with the best? Let's go with some best.
All right.
Now, I'm overly prepared as usual, and I would say that you're underprepared.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough.
But I have a list of 10.
Okay.
But I have my top 3 are in order. The rest are all okay. You know.
Well, do you want me to give you my top 5? And
sure.
Then we'll go?
Yeah.
All right. Starting in 5 is the Boba Fett Mayfex.
Okay.
Mayfex has been up and down through the beginning, and I got the Boba Fett Mayfex as a gift, and I was stunned. It fixed all the problems. It is the best Boba Fett out there. I even think it's better than the Bandai model kit, which is pretty amazing because I love Bandai. Number 4, Mezco Batman vs Superman. Oh, did you want to do your 5?
No, let me get my list.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'll just say Batman vs Superman, Mezco Batman. Mezco pretty much changed the way I feel about action figures, and it's kind of shocking.
My number 5 is Diaclone.
Oh,
wow.
Battle.
My number 5.
Okay. Got nothing to say about it?
It's sweet. It's awesome. I mean, the whole thing is, everything on my top 5, it's all good. Mm-hmm. I mean, in my opinion, it's all great stuff.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I did my 4. What's your 4?
My 4 is the High Metal Monster.
Oh, cool.
I don't have it.
What? You can't put on your list. You can put on your list if you don't have it?
I would hope so.
You've played with it, though?
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't have it. But I mean, I would hope so. I mean, that's a shitty list if I have to have it.
Well, Fort Max isn't on my list because I can't judge it. Like, it's kind of like saying you really love this movie, but you've never seen it.
Well, I think you could put it on your best. You couldn't put it on your worst if you don't have it. Because that's being overly critical. Okay, that's fine.
I'm not one to tell you what to do. I would be against that because it'd be like me saying I really hate or really love this movie that I never saw.
I got tenure. I can put one on.
Okay. I'm not sure why I'm obsessed with doing videos, why I'm driving. It's so unsafe, but nevertheless, I just want to clear that up. You don't have to own a toy for it to be qualified for Toy of the Year, but you had to have at least played with it. So maybe that clears it up a little bit. All right, so I gotta safely get to the comic book store. Fuck.
All right, then my number 4 would be High Metal Max.
Fair enough.
And and it's not fair. It's shitty. It's just a repop of an old toy. That's what's sad about it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But
I just discovered those this year and I loved them. Number 3 for me is the Diaclone Dia Battles.
Okay.
What kept that from being higher is the fact, that the first 2 are so amazing, but also the price of the Diaclone Dia Battles was pretty out of control. Like, it was about a $170 toy when it should have been about $100, $120. But in the positive, I thought that was so fun.
Yeah.
It was nice to see a new robot toy.
Yep.
Like a non-Transformer brand robot toy. So that's great. I'm concerned about the future of the line, but we'll get into that. What's your number 3?
My number 3. I'm sorry, I have my 10, and
right.
I'm changing the rules right now. Here, give me 2 seconds.
Always changing the rules.
Cosmo Fleet SDF-1.
What is that one?
That's the parts forming SDF-1.
Really?
Yeah, I love that toy.
Wow, that's the Cosmo Fleet SDF-1 by Mega House.
Yes, it is. It's an awesome toy.
I was not very favorable.
No, you didn't like it. You didn't like the way it felt or anything like that. I mean, that's fair.
No.
I get it. It's a fair gripe, but if you want a TV SDF-1, it's all you've got.
I got you.
No options. It's the only thing there is. I mean, there's an old school one, but that looks like a chunky mess.
The Matchbox Bandai one, or see
The
that one
Matchbox.
still looks great in my head. Like I never had it though.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. It's a sweet toy. I mean I'm nostalgic for it, but as far as like it doesn't, it just doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
I mean it does look like it, but the paint's bad or
It's old. And
it's old.
Just old.
80s. Yeah.
My number 2 probably would have been number 1, but we have to talk about that. My number 2 is the MP01 and the MPP10. And the reason why we have to talk about whether they deserve to be on the list, and you can tell me what you think, is because they are retooled third-party sort of knockoff. So, do they deserve to be on? I mean,
With the market today, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think the high-end market this year sucks. So yeah, I mean, I think
agree
it's
with you.
sad. I think it's sad that we have to have repops or retools on it. But yeah, I do. Honestly.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes me feel better. You know what? I'll be honest with you. If these were original molds, these two right here, the MPP, particularly this one, it would be without a doubt number 1. It is the most spectacular, beautiful, high-end toy that we've gotten all year for Transformers, and I stand by that statement. Like, amazingly, a knockoff Wei Jing made the best Transformer toy of all year. And I include that too.
So
but
those
like,
are number 2?
Those are number 2.
Right.
And that's because they were heavily borrowed from a mold, and therefore that kept them from the number 1 spot.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at with number 2?
Sun Surge.
Wow.
Yep,
Okay.
that's my number 2. My Bad Cube Sun Surge. I think that's a fucking brilliant toy. Fits right in with the Masterpiece line. I think it's beautiful. I love it.
What's the other Sunstreaker third-party toy? People.
That's my worst.
Oh,
of the
okay,
year.
we'll get to
yeah,
that.
we'll talk about that.
I heard a lot of shit
Easily.
about that.
Yeah.
I got a lot of shit. I'm gonna wait.
So I wanted to get it, but
I
the worst
know.
toy of the year just to have because
if those get clearanced out to like $30, I would get one just because I want to know what the hubbub is about. Like sometimes I want to know why something is so bad. Like if someone says there's a movie, like a sci-fi movie, like Kings of Egypt or
You gotta
Gods
see
of
it.
Egypt
Yeah.
was so bad, you gotta see it.
it's like a fart. You
Yeah.
you want to smell other people's farts. You say you don't, but you don't just leave. You wait till you smell it before you leave.
Yeah, no, that's a good comparison. My number 1 is the Transformers Masterpiece Optimus
Of
Primal.
course it is.
It is such a stunningly beautiful toy that even the biggest Beast Wars hater of all time, Brian, likes that toy. You liked it.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a great toy.
Dave, our good friend Dave Lukowski,
He came out of retirement.
Yeah, he
for it.
stopped collecting toys in 1999. Just stopped. Like if you go in his toy room, it's like beautifully immaculate, and like it just stops in 1999. And then he got his Beast Wars Optimus Primal, and I think for a week straight we heard about it, which is great. It made me so happy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Even if you're not a Beast Wars, if you're not a Beast Wars fan, I'm not going to be able to sell you on it. But yeah,
if you're a Transformers fan, I mean,
yeah,
I'm tempted. Like I was tempted.
I know. If you would have bought that toy, it would have been life changing. It would have been like it would have changed the whole script.
Had I known what this year was going to hold as far as bullshit, like no Macross toys, no Voltron, I probably would have.
Yeah.
But the only reason I didn't is because like, if those ever come out, then I got I'm like deep in the pocket.
Yeah, I understand.
But that's the only reason I didn't.
Theoretically, I have 2 of them. I had to return one, but the HLJ, which I returned it to, still hasn't received my return, which has got me all stressed
It's
out.
probably on a boat. I'm telling you, it's probably on the boat.
Man. All right, so do you want to do now?
What's my number 1?
Oh yeah, Mitron.
Yeah, Mitron. Without saying, hands down, my toy of the year.
So with Mitron being your toy of the year, do you think next year your potential toy of the year could be Masterpiece Megatron?
Yes.
Official?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
And I mean, it's it's sad because my toy of the year this year wouldn't be in my top 10 2 years ago.
Really?
I don't think so.
I think it would be in your top.
It's
10.
no VF4 Lightning or anything like. I mean, that's why I'm sad about this year. It's like no high-end goodness.
I agree with you.
No Soul
Chogokin.
this year. No Macross of any like. Yeah, the high metals, they're fine, they're fun, but
yeah. And Transformers Masterpiece this year was such a disappointment, and we're gonna talk about that. here's what came out. I mean, like, the only Masterpiece Transformer that I really liked this year was the Hot Rod, which is one that everyone else didn't like. Shockwave. I mean, you like Shockwave.
I liked them all this year, but I'm not like they would never be on my favorite or least favorite, except for Ultra Magnus. For some reason, that toy talks to me.
Yeah, you love that, right?
But it's like
you like Horsey Prime too, but
I like Horsey Prime, you know. But it's like it's like they're just I don't know. I like them, but I don't really care either way on them.
I understand. Well, my list gets pretty extensive. Do you want to just go through them and you can comment on them? Or,
sure.
All right. I'm going to do my worst individual toys since we did best, and I'll try to shoot through them because I know this can get crazy. And if there's something to, we're starting. You're gonna hate me. Maybe I just did this to piss you off, but that VF2.
No, that's
Valkyrie Evolution.
Oh God, yeah, that was a piece of shit.
That was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't like it.
It's on my list.
That was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
The Titans Return Galvatron. And that probably is also maybe there to piss you off. It's not that it was a bad toy, but that head was so bad that it ruined it for me. But maybe I'm just being hard because I'm trying to...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's like, it's not my favorite thing either, but at the end of the day, it's like a Toys R Us thing. It's like... It's like having Adderall instead of cocaine. So it's like I don't get too critical.
I get you. Again, I probably put that on there because like I was going through things that I was bitchy about, and that one I was really bitchy about. It's not even that big of a deal, but this Funko Reactions.
That's on my list. The Power Loader was that biggest piece of shit.
It was such a piece of shit.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, that piece.
It was just. It was unacceptable. It was like a Lego accessory. It was terrible.
The big one was a piece of shit too. I mean, it looked good, but it fell apart.
It fell apart.
Twice.
It was a problem, and I don't remember. Did that come out this year or last year?
I think this year.
I got stressed about that.
That was intense.
Number 2, and you're gonna argue with me, is Masterpiece Inferno. It's because it was.
It doesn't.
It's not fair.
You think it's a piece of shit toy?
No, I don't.
It's a great toy. It's just you don't like the aesthetic.
I hate the aesthetic of that toy so much that it kind of it kind of affected my feeling towards the Masterpiece.
And I mean, I gotta call you out as being crazy for buying it. I mean, like, there were no surprises about it. I mean, they had tons of pictures. You knew what it was gonna look like, and you bought a toy that you thought was super ugly. What did you expect?
Well, isn't that sort of
why did you get it?
I'll tell you why. It sort of goes to the same point. It's like if you heard like Transformers Masterpiece is one of my big lines. It's like watching a Star Wars movie that you heard was shitty. You have to know. So that's how I equate it. I equate it with like if you told me that Attack of the Clones was terrible, don't go see it. It's a Star Wars movie. I still have to see it. Now, I'm not saying going forward that I will continue to buy every Transformers Masterpiece that follows this aesthetic, but I had to at least take that dive. Like, I had to know. And with that said, it is such a fun toy. It's just that it's so ugly. It's so ugly to me. It's unappealing. But it is so much fun. So
I guess the thing is, I don't require my toys to be pretty.
Really?
They just need to do what they do. It's like, okay, this is what he looks like. This is what you get. And I think it's like that's what the character looks like.
I don't know. That's like saying you're really passionate about women, but you don't care what it looks like. You just need a vagina. I mean, I guess that could be.
No, it's like saying I don't care how ugly this Plymouth GTX is.
Okay.
It has 600 horsepower.
Okay.
I mean, that's sort of how I look at it. You know what? I mean, it's like get the slower car because it's got the pinstripe on it. It's how I mean, and I know that's not it. You know, they look good on the shelf, but like they're not shelf queens to me. I play with them.
I do too, but like I want them to have both.
And it's like I'm actually defending it too much
because
I am, but I play with it.
You have to because I'm hard on it.
Yeah, but the whole thing is then when I see it with a third party, it's like the third parties look way better, but they don't transform for shit.
I agree with you. As far as like the third parties, they sort of look better, but they aren't Masterpiece. Like they might sort of have bells and whistles like pinstripes. I'm a little hard on it, and going with that, my number 1 worst toy was the Masterpiece Shockwave, and it was because it was so different from all the other Masterpiece.
You think that Shockwave is worse than that Power Loader? Honestly,
no, but
it's just your biggest disappointment.
It's because the Power Loader doesn't mean that much to me. Masterpiece Shockwave, like Inferno. I actually was more disappointed by the Inferno robot, but Shockwave is Shockwave. Like, I wanted a big, dark purple Shockwave that transformed, had all the bells and whistles, and it just fell so short of what I was hoping for. So it's the fact that my expectations were so high on it that, like, it was so disappointing.
Fair
so
enough.
that's the thing. Like, the power loader is a piece of shit, but who cares? It's like a $10, $20 power loader. Let's bring it positive again. Let's go with...
Yeah, I'll go back on positive. I thought the engineering on him was great. He's
Yes,
a fun toy. I think he looks pretty good. I mean, the color's off, but he'll get a repaint.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like, technically, he should be gray, in my opinion. That's what
Oh,
I
you want the Shockwave?
Yeah, I mean, because it's like everybody's like when everybody hones back to like G1 or whatever, well, G1s were just a rip-off of Ray. That was originally gray. So it's sort of like, you know what? Get off your high horse. If you really want to bitch about the color, then bitch about it not being gray.
Piece of shit. Purple piece of shit.
Okay,
That's how
color
it is.
aside, I would agree with you except for one thing. In the gun mode, the back of that thing having a big hole in it,
That would be a
that's what
shortcoming.
did it. That's what did
Pissed
it.
me off too.
Other than that, I would agree with you. I had a lot of fun with it. I won it in a bet, so it cost me nothing. And it was fun as hell, but it was too small, and that hole in the back was too much for me. But I do agree with you. It is fun. We're gonna go best to best. Best toy lines in all. I'm gonna do my 5. You can comment, and if you have one. For me, number 5 was the Dark Crystal Reaction Funko, but that's purely. I think they're nice, but that's purely because it hits my heart. And then also next would be the NECA Aliens and Predator toys. Like, those were really nice toys, and I had a lot of issues with NECAs, and they brought it back.
Was it Aliens versus Predator or just the Aliens and the Predator?
I'm going to say Aliens and Predator. I'm far bigger fan of Alien stuff, so I'm more knowledgeable on it. But the Predator stuff is really good too. But that's like, I just really am appreciative that they come out with the characters that they came out with. And I had a problem with the power loader, but they sort of bounced back from it. Then it would be Star Wars SH figure arts. Man, those were so good.
Those were beautiful. Those were pretty cool.
They made me realize how junky Hasbro has been treating their customers because they're so nice. Now, you do pay for it. So that's to be noted. You're paying top dollar.
Yeah, I mean, they're $60
action figures. Yeah,
I guess they're worth it. They're beautiful.
they're beautiful. If you want the best of Star Wars figures, SH Figure Arts. Every time I got a new one,
Or if Mafex keeps it up, maybe Mafex.
absolutely. But you know what? I agree. You know what I do? I like the slightly smaller scale of the SH Figure Arts. They're a little bit more compact
And their build
cleaner.
quality is more solid. I love that. I don't know. Are they heavier or are they just harder plastic?
I think they're heavier. I don't think they're as heavy as the Mayfx. That Mayfx Boba Fett is really heavy. Granted, he's got like a bunch of gear, so maybe it's the character. But you're right. Like, the plastic is just so clean. The paint is so clean. The facial likenesses is unbelievable. So I really like that. And then number 3 is, maybe it doesn't deserve it, but Transformers Titans Returns. I just had so much fun with him.
That is my one.
That's your number 1?
Yeah. I mean, that's really the only toy line I collect.
It's kind of surprising because you have never really collected like a mainline like
something
Toys
that's
R Us.
available. Yeah.
And you did that.
It's the only thing that's available.
Yeah.
It's even close to what I like.
Yeah.
Sort of. It's sad.
I think their biggest fault was at the last assortment of the year. They kind of got a little messy.
Yeah, I mean, Trigger Happy is one of my favorite toys ever.
I like, yeah.
Like, and when I say that, it's by far.
But he didn't make your top 5.
Can I put a top 5 toy I bought at Toys R Us for $20?
Okay.
He'd be 6. Fine.
Okay.
Put him at 6.
You bought it at Warp 9 though.
Warp 9. Oh my God. Sorry.
Thank you, Warp 9.
But anyway, a little Toys R Us trinket toy. I mean, it's up there now.
Yeah.
And that's just sad.
No, I see what you're saying. Hold on, I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm paranoid for a second.
What, that we're not
Oh my
right?
God, yeah. I got a little paranoid.
Can I guess your one?
Number 2 first. I gotta do number 2. Mezco 112.
Okay, I know your
And I'll tell you why Mezco 112 didn't get the number 1 spot.
Because it's not a GoBot?
No. What?
Because it's not a GoBot?
No, they didn't even make my list.
What?
Yeah. Because I'll be honest with you, I like them and I like having them, but like the quality wasn't 100%. Like they weren't my dream. They were my dream toy line, but they weren't. The final construction of them weren't exactly how I would have wanted them. So they didn't make the list. But I do like them. I just don't love them. I love the GoBots and Machine Robo brand better than anything. Like if they would have been a little bit better, they would have been #1 on everything. But they were just like it was that Blackbird and the Blockhead just sort of fell a little flat.
The Blackbird was a little shitty.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little like a robot cramp.
Yeah.
You know?
But Mezco 112 would have been #1 without a doubt because they changed the way I looked at toys. But they had too many delays for the year. Like
and they Franken fucked you.
Yeah, Frankenstein.
Fucked you.
But I could have lived with Frankenstein if he was one of 12 figures that came out of the year.
But then the whole door.
That door
debacle,
thing, totally.
They Franken fucked the fans
did.
big time.
Don't Franken fuck me, dude. #1. What?
What? I don't know.
#1 is Marvel Legends. I'm not even that big of a Marvel Legends figure. Dave Kruger, you're gonna be happy. I'm not even that big of a Marvel Legends fan, like in general, but like for $20, everything was there, and they came out with such a good assortments this year. Like those X-Men assortment.
That Wolverine was sweet. Awesome. I love that Wolverine.
That Deadpool was sweet, and I don't even care about that. You didn't like it?
No, it was good. I just Deadpool.
Yeah. Black Spider-Man was great.
Black Spider-Man is great.
I love the whole X-Men assortment.
What was there was a who's a woman Spider-Man?
What's her name?
That figure.
I know. Gwen Stacy Spider-Man.
No,
what are you talking about?
It was
I don't even know.
It was in the Spider-Man assortment.
Was it Spider-Woman?
Nope.
It's
killing me. We'll text it in later.
All right, we'll figure it out. I want to know.
They really got their game up.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
They're for $20. That's definitely the value of the year. Like that's like bang for your buck there. You know.
Yeah. Sorry, I get excited.
Go.
No. I'm sorry. I got it. But yeah, when you put it all together for your bang for your buck, it was the best line of the year. Yeah. Like, I can't believe how the leaps and bounds from, like, last year or the year before was amazing. So they made my number on. Now we're going to do worst toy lines of the year. You want to get a little negative?
Yeah, I do.
I
mean, considering my only toy line of the year is Titan's Return, it's a bad time for Brian.
Yeah, but you've seen other stuff. I don't know if it's a 5. I think it's 4. The movie Ghostbusters figures by Mattel. They sucked, man. They were like, I didn't like the movie, but put that aside because we don't have time to do best and worst movies.
Yeah,
those toys were shit. They would just look like shit.
DC Multiverse.
Yeah, they're all on there.
Too.
Transformers Masterpiece. I think that was a bad year for Masterpiece. We've already covered that. I think compared to last year, it was.
What was last year that came out?
Masterpiece.
Yeah.
Ultra Magnus. I think Trax came out this year. Maybe I'm right. Ultra Magnus, Bumblebee, Soundwave, Wheeljack. I mean, it was okay. But this year, the direction that they took put it on that list. And not quality-wise. Quality-wise has been great.
They went up, but yeah, they over-cartooned them.
Too much?
Yeah.
And I'm so passionate about it.
They're going to make up for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they will. I think that with Megatron, they're going to scribe a couple lines back in it.
I hope you're right. That's all they need to do. Well, that's not all they need to do, but I hope you're right.
Really? I mean, as far as Inferno goes, if they just put a couple more details,
his legs. Yeah. You're right.
You know,
painted his face silver. I would have been happy with.
This is paint.
Number 2, and I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. And I don't give a shit. The Star Wars Black Series. They just show. Hasbro just shows that they just really don't. They just know their fan base is gonna buy anything. But Star Wars is the biggest, most popular, arguably most popular action figure line, and people want them so bad, and I just think they fell short. I think that they were sort of like, maybe they could have thrown in a couple paint apps, maybe put some elbow articulation. So when it comes to Star Wars, I mean, when people are going to like the import markets for Star Wars, I mean, Star Wars is like, I don't know, as American as it gets. I mean, it is. I mean, maybe British.
Not anymore. Now
I guess
it's British,
which is fine. I mean, I guess it is British, but you know what I'm saying? It's like the Japanese market used to have to import our Star Wars figures. Now we're importing their Star Wars figures because ours just fell short. I mean, do you agree with that, or do you think
I do. I mean, the whole thing is there's no other $20 Star Wars figures to compare it to, and I
I
mean,
guess you're right.
I mean, and I mean, I guess a lot of it's budget too. I mean, the Star Wars license probably costs so much more
I agree
than
with
the
that.
Marvel. I mean,
I
probably,
agree.
it sucks. It's just it's too bad not every toy's created equal. But
You're right. But when Hasbro does the Marvel license, I mean, the Marvel license must have cost them a pretty penny. So it's like when they're doing so much good with their Marvel Legends, and then you pick up like a Star Wars Luke Skywalker, farm boy, and
that's
you're
one
just
of my
like,
worst toys.
that is
here. That
easily,
thing was crap.
That was such shit.
Yeah.
And my number one is just unexcusable. The DC Multiverse toys
Those were
by
crap
Mattel,
too.
just unacceptable. Like they're action figures dressed up to be collector action figures, whatever that means, and they're just shit. I have nothing nice to say about them. That's it. I mean, I don't have nothing to say about them.
Yeah, those are
They're shit.
junk.
They're junk. They're insulting. They're insulting to the collector. Best toy companies? Can we go there?
Sure.
Okay. Am I stopping you from doing anything, or I mean,
No,
okay.
man.
We'll just flow with it.
Yeah.
Best toy company, Wai Zhang. I'm gonna put Wai Zhang up there.
Oh, that's sad.
That's sad. I can't
That
do
is
that.
so. No, you can, because I'd agree with you, but that's just
That
that's
is
sad as hell.
When they can take a crappy movie figure and turn it into this, that's mind blowing. Now you're right. They probably don't deserve to be on the list because they're
But they
questionable.
do. But it's just, but it's like that's the whole problem. They're not making anything to compete.
Yeah.
But now, like the legit, I guess they are sort of, but it's just they're
Oh
not.
yeah, they're not legit.
They're not, but there's no legit toys that are coming out that are worth anything. We have third parties that have to step it up,
Yeah.
and like make up for it.
But
It's
they
like,
are. Aren't they?
Yeah, and it's like thank you, third party, man.
Yeah. What would this year be without third party? Not
For me,
Yeah.
it'd be terrible.
2 of your figures on your top 5 were third party.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, and I mean, it'd be a rough year. I
It
mean,
would
it's
be
a
a
rough year for me anyway.
I agree.
Like, I mean, I love that Mitron. I think he's great,
Yeah.
but
But it should be official, right? I mean, it should be.
an official
Yeah.
one would be nice.
Yeah.
It would, it would just like I wanted that VF31 so bad. That should be there. Not up.
VF31. Which one was that?
The one
Oh,
from Delta.
Delta.
Yeah.
That's gonna come out like
Yeah.
after this year.
Yeah, we got Macross Delta. We got a whole show. No toys.
No toys.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, no Voltron yet. Like,
Yeah.
Voltron's no Soul of Chogokin yet.
Voltron, by the way, are just starting to hit now.
Mhm.
But I think their release date is January 1st. But you're right.
Yeah, I
It
heard you can
sucks.
find them, but they won't sell them at a lot of places.
Right.
If that's...
I
don't
do
know, that
want-
thing's a chunky
I do want
piece
it
of-
though. I think I want it.
I sort of do too, but it's so ugly.
I agree.
don't like the way it looks.
I think I want it because I'm so desperate for transforming robots.
You're gonna buy it, and then like the Soul of Chogokin will
Oh,
be
yeah.
out in a day.
We got to talk
after.
about that Soul Jigokin, but we're gonna
It's
save
chunky,
that. It's
but-
questionable. I guess we'll have. I think Nick
Doesn't
is,
matter though. It's a Soul of Chogokin. I'll buy it.
Me too.
Like-
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
From now, like
Even
that-
though it's going to cost an arm and a leg, I'll give them.
what is an arm and a leg?
I think it retails for like $280.
Fuck them.
Yeah, that's crazy. I have
I'll
to
still
know,
get
though.
it, though,
I will
yeah.
too. I will too. Best toy companies. I'm going to put NECA on there, and the reason for that is because I think they've improved quality, which was so huge. Then Mezco, obviously, and then I mean I love Mezco's. Number one toy company is Bandai Japan.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah, I mean the only thing is where were all the SOC Soul Chigokins and stuff like that. But no doubt when you pick up a Bandai Japan toy, not Bandai USA, you are getting the highest quality, and 99% of the time you're getting the best. So I mean they deserve that spot. Worst toy company is going to be real easy. Mattel. Fuck you, Mattel. Fuck you. They came out with that crappy DC toys. I mean, if you're like a big DC fan, that's a kick in the nuts. The Ghostbusters sucked. Not that I was interested in them, but the point is they were dressed up to be, again, collector-friendly figures, and they looked
It's all
like pieces of
garbage.
wax. Medi Collector, R.I.P. I'm so glad you are dying. You screwed us with Thundercats.
Yeah, those sucked.
well,
I'm so sorry. Like,
I know you didn't
I
like them.
pitched so many, but that is the ugliest chunky
It's not
shit
even
line
about that they've been ugly. It's the fact that they promoted it. They're like subscription, and then they're just kind of like, you're gonna get 6 figures and you're done. And that's it. Hopefully Super 7 will pick it up because I'm a Thundercats fan. I want Thundercats.
Would
figures.
Super 7, like, would the prices be reasonable?
Yes, I think so. Well, Matty Collector, Mattel again, they just screw their
They're
fans.
a bunch of dicks that are high on themselves,
Yeah.
and their product is,
It's okay.
I
Right.
mean, it's not like the worst thing, but it's not great.
It's
by any
great
means.
because of the Four Horsemen. I give them my utmost respect. Do you know that each figure I order from Matty Collector costs like $10 to ship? Like in today's,
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they charge
They charge $10. So
a bunch
they
of
charge me
cock
$25 for a figure and then $10 to ship it. I mean that's just outrageous. I have nothing nice to say about Mattel. I'll be honest with you, Mattel. You could just stick with Hot Wheels and Barbie and just stay out of action figures because you've done me no benefit. And I'm hard on them because they possess license of action figures I'd like to see done. And that's not fair. Like, screw you. It's good that they gave up the Masters of the Universe to someone who cares and willing to do something.
Super 7?
Yeah.
That should be interesting.
That will be interesting.
But what are they going to do?
I think they're going to pretty much repop.
All the stuff that...
Yeah, all the stuff that was not readily available to fans unless you put $300 down for a subscription up front. That brings us to... Can I give you... Can I give you some... I know you're bored. Some honorable mentions of figures that
Be
I
my
like?
guest, man.
I don't want to put you to sleep. The NECA Evil Dead Ash 2. Evil Dead 2 Ash. Liked it. Marvel Legends Wolverine, Punisher, and Black Spider-Man. That Wolverine almost made my top 5 list, but it just missed it. Transformers Titans Return Brainstorm. Good figure. I'm surprised that didn't make your top 5.
It's a great repaint.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is just
like I said, it's been a...
You're best.
I don't, like, honestly, the whole toy thing is killing me. Like this year. It's like, give me something high-end that I have something to talk about.
I
It's
agree.
just like these $20 fucking trinkets. I just can't get into it. It's like, okay, I'll play with it, and I'm done. You know?
I agree.
Give me something good.
Right.
Please, someone.
I think that's a fair statement.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna Machine Robo Psykill, but that's more because
That's a sweet toy.
That's sweet.
I like those.
The SH Figure Art Star Wars Luke Skywalker Farm Boy deserves to be on an honorable mention because not because the
Piece of shit.
not the piece of shit one, the figure arts.
Oh yeah.
That's a
that one's
beautiful
okay.
toy.
Yeah.
And that weird facial expression is just,
I liked that.
Totally, dude.
It's crazy. And the Mace Windu also, because it's like, I never cared about Mace Windu, and here comes a figure of Mace Windu that's spectacular. The SH Figure Arts, it's a list of SH. The Freddie Mercury figure.
That was sweet.
It was sweet. No one, I mean, who thought they needed a Freddie Mercury figure? The Masterpiece Hot Rod. I'm going to give him some props. I enjoyed that toy.
Huh?
I'm going to get a lot of shit for that.
Why? It's one of the better ones that came out this year.
Yeah, but
Why are people bitching about it?
I think a lot of people didn't like it. It wasn't I don't know. I just remember me liking it, and then everyone else being like, "I don't like this."
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember that?
Nope.
I mean, it was early in the year. More SH Figures. Hulkbuster was great, and in honor of Rogue One that just came out, and we'll talk about that. We'll have that posted. The K2SO. Is that his name? K2SO?
Yeah.
That figure was really nice. It was like they seemed to have cared. So I wanted to give a note to that. And then best toy line honorable mentions. I might have mentioned Macross High Metal, but that's because I love Macross.
I think they're sweet.
They are sweet.
They're sweet. I mean, I would almost... It's not a new line.
I know.
It sucks.
I know. It's new to me, but that doesn't count. All right, we'll wrap this up with some looking forward to in 2017. Mezco 112 Collective. Hopefully they got their shit done, and I can get one a month. I'm very excited for that. I'm looking forward to the future of NECA stuff. I think that they do really good. I know that outbores you. Non-Transformer movie Transformer toys.
Non-movie Transformer.
Yeah, because this year that Transformer movie comes out, and I feel like we're gonna have
Are they gonna kill Titans Returns? Or are they gonna like? It's selling well. Maybe it'll help boost it a little bit.
That's a good point.
Maybe they'll just like. That would be sweet if like. I wish they could do what happens with Star Wars. When Star Wars gets so big, they come out with toys that aren't in the movie.
Yeah.
And people hate it for Star Wars, but that would be awesome with Transformers. Just put it in a movie box, but make the toy cool.
I agree.
And it would be perfect, and it would work.
But you know what it's going to be? It's going to be battle damage Bumblebee. It's going to be battle laser Bumblebee. It's going to be flip change Bumblebee. It's going to be, you know, super cannon Optimus.
And they can't make toys that are good because the movie designs suck.
Right.
And I don't even think you could really make
and they're appealing
a 3D toy that does what they do in the movie. Like, I just maybe.
Plus, those movies are to appeal to 8 to 12-year-olds. I mean, I'm sorry if you like the movie, but it is appealing to the lowest.
I'm gonna step right out and be like, "Come on, guys, they're not good. I don't care."
No.
Like, and I enjoyed Dark of the Moon, and I enjoyed the first one.
I enjoyed the first one.
They're not good.
No.
I mean, by no means this is a good movie, and the other ones are garbage. Like the last one is unwatchable.
Age of Extinction is unwatchable,
and I think 2 is unwatchable. Yeah. I mean, that I can't believe Michael Bay isn't embarrassed by them. Like, he used to be a respected filmmaker.
Was he ever Yeah,
I think he was. He was like when he did what he did. Armageddon.
Yeah.
He was a respected filmmaker, and now he's a joke.
What did he do? Con Air? Like, what was he respected for?
The Rock.
The Rock.
He had Bad Boys.
Yeah,
His
you're right. Bad
first
Boys.
few movies were good. And
I thought The Island was okay.
The Island, and the fucker can make good movies.
Yeah. He can do good action.
Pain and Gain, or you see that?
Yeah, that was okay.
It was leaps and bounds better than a Transformers movie.
Those Transformers movies are terrible.
Yeah, it's
They're nonsense.
Yeah, it's nonsense, garbage. I don't even know why he would associate himself with that crap. I don't get it.
Money.
Yeah,
and makes so much money.
Yeah, I mean, they're the biggest movies that ever get made.
Crazy.
I mean, $1 billion.
And you and I will both be there for the opening
I'll give
day.
Him a couple. I'll give him $15.
So it's kind of hard because we're not taking any stand. We're gonna still go see it.
I can't believe people like them.
I know.
There's people out there that think they're good.
They're tricking themselves.
Would sit there. Yeah. I don't know.
I think you're right.
I mean, maybe I guess they're brainwashing themselves. But it's like, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't know.
These are crap. Like, they're unwatchable, you know?
I'm with you 100%. I can't say it. You're right. I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, at least I can go off on a rant about something, you know?
Yeah. I'm also looking forward to Marvel Legends because they've been so good. I'm looking forward to Voltron this year. We kind of brought up Voltron a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if he's got a chunky middle section. I need a new Soul fucking Chigokin. I need a metal Bandai toy that is $200+.
Are you going to get the Megazord?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? I am, and it's totally not my thing. No. I don't even like Power Rangers. You know what? I hate Power Rangers, but I love Bandai fucking robots. Love them, and I love the high-end shit. That's what got me back into toys. And now I'm sitting here holding my dick, fucking around with Titans Returns, which is still... I'm not trying to rip on it.
No, you're right.
But it's like I got back into toys with, like, Macross and Soul of Chigokin. And now I settle for a goddamn masterpiece every few. That's as good as I get. Fuck you. Not you guys.
No,
but the industry, fuck you guys.
You're right.
Don't let your kids watch this.
Yeah, don't let your kids, like, totally. But that's okay.
I put a disclaimer, Brian swears.
We've never been for the Week of Heart. Also, I'm looking forward to the continuation of the Machine Robo because it's robots that transform.
Do you think that they will
improve?
Yeah, or do you think they'll keep it the same?
I think they're gonna keep it same, which is kind of. I think the thing is I think that line has been mapped out. Like I think they have sculpted for the next. They have the next year or two sculpted. So it's like.
Will you like them more when you have more? Do you think?
I think I'm liking them less. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's just because the last two kind of made me feel a little uncomfortable.
Right.
I like them, but they're just like. I'm accepting them because this is what I'm getting. They're good toys, but at a $45 a figure price, they are just die-cast Metal Titans Returns, which is fine. It's just not, you know.
Yeah, I'd pay $40 for the Japanese Titan Return.
Would you?
Yeah,
if they came out at the same time?
Like because if you look at Brainstorm, I'd pay extra money for that paint on him. Mm-hmm. At least $30.
Yeah.
He's worth it.
I think you're right. And to wrap up our wrap-up, that's redundant. Is my hopes for 2017? Maybe you can add some. You sort of just did, but
Macross Delta.
They're going to be so expensive though. But you're right. It's something. I'm hoping Transformers Masterpiece bounce back. I hope that they just
That Megatron looks good. It looks like it should fill your crazy fucking criteria.
I don't think my criteria is crazy. I think it's pretty. They had it.
I think you're too hard on it.
I am.
I think for just a coat of paint and a couple surface details, you're being too hard on it. That's what I think. But I understand why you're let down.
Yeah.
I do get it.
I hope Thundercats continues. I hope a spectacular return. No, you know what? Since you say mask, I'm gonna say if they treat it like that comic book that I read is treating it, just don't do it, Hasbro. That comic book.
We can still hope, though, right?
Yeah.
Let's hope for it. I love Mask.
That comic book junk. Like, why did they need to put Mask in the G.I. Joe and Transformers universe? What was the point? Mask on
because they use Transformers technology. That's what they're gonna do, right?
That's what they did. Cybertronian technology.
No, it's Transformium.
Yeah, Transformium.
They got a hold of some Transformium.
Keep it separate. It's good enough. It's good enough of its own. Not everything has to have the same universe. They can keep these things separate. They don't need to all intertwine.
Marvel. That's it. Marvel is fucking up everything because everybody's copying Marvel.
I know.
And it works in Marvel, but Marvel, don't do that shit everywhere else, man.
But Marvel isn't combining with something non-Marvel. Like, it's Marvel and Marvel. Whereas, like, why does Transformers and Mask have to be together? Because they're both toy lines?
Probably, because I'll bet half the people that make these decisions, like, don't even know that, like most people don't know that Iron Man and Spider-Man are both Marvel. I'll bet.
You might be right.
Like, I'll bet a lot of those guys up there, they're putting Iron Man and Spider-Man, let's just mix it up together. Like, they don't understand it, you know?
It's junk. It's junk. I don't mix everything together. We don't need everything to be part of the same universe. They can exist on their own, okay?
It's actually better that way.
I
like self-contained little universes that I can escape and live in a different world and keep shit separate and like.
I don't need to put my G.I. Joe figures and my Mask figures together.
I will make my own crossovers. Thank you.
Yes.
Like if I want them to fuck around.
I agree.
No.
I got so angry about that, obviously. I hope toy prices come back to reality. They've gotten a little. Now you got me all worked up. They've gotten a little ridiculous. Okay. $20 for a little action figure, maybe a little expensive. A Masterpiece being $200, little bit expensive. Come down to reality a little bit. Man, you got my blood going.
Yeah, that Megatron 2, that's not 200.
Yeah.
That's 230.
Crazy.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah. Like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's...
The DX9, it's beautiful. It's $130. I get it. It doesn't come with all the accoutrements. But fine. The Apollyon was $170, and it's probably, granted, not engineered as well, but definitely the same amount of material.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't cost you guys any more.
Yeah, and Takara doesn't have to pay for any licenses.
They just know
they
people
own
will
it.
fucking
I know,
pay.
they will.
They're like, oh, look at all these people saw Megatron.
Megatron. No, I'm with you.
Yeah. Fuck us.
Yeah.
It's our fault.
I mean, hey, look, I would be insulting if I didn't say I look forward to the future of Beast Wars. I'm so excited about the Transformers Beast Wars stuff. That is what I'm excited for 2017, and I hope they keep doing it.
I hope you get more of it. I do. I really do. They did that. They did them right.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're going to do it right, I say make it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Even you might even like. No,
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe a few beers. It depends how starved I get.
Yeah.
Like if I get really, if I start withdrawing too hard,
Cheeto worry.
I'm coming over. But
yeah, but this is not for you.
It's not, but I'll still give it sweet. It's a sweet toy.
I think my final hopes for 2017, please, if there is a monolith up there somewhere, please give me some good Robotech action figures or Robotech toys. Please.
Well, that goes up.
I know, but
I would love to see Robotech as the best toy line this year. But if that happened, like I'll hear Christmas music in the sky. It's like man,
I'll even thank the monolith if Toynami comes through with their action
They're
figures.
not.
I know.
I mean, they might make them, but oh man.
Yeah, that's gonna be an angry episode.
The only reason I would I want them to be good for you, but I don't want them to be good because I hate Toynami.
Me too.
I don't even want them to make a passable product because I hate them so much.
No, I'm with you. I passionately want them to lose the license, and I want them to lose it aggressively and like violently, and
Robotech will come back though. I mean,
you think
that
so?
movie, like, I haven't heard anything new about it, but
no.
haven't heard anything bad about it. You haven't heard they canceled it.
I think who was it? The guy who was doing Aquaman, who did he was supposed to do it.
It's not James Wan.
Yeah, I think it is James Wan.
Guy that Saw.
And that's
incredible.
Yeah, which would be awesome if he did Robotech. I really think he would do a good job. I love Robotech. I want more Robotech.
Robotech, man. Yeah.
So how would you sum up 2017?
Honestly, 16, you mean?
2016, yeah.
A little depressing for me. I mean, it's like I guess it's good for mid-level toys.
Yeah.
For collecting mid-level toys, pretty good year. But for high-end, nothing. Dead. Faking.
I agree.
You know? And it's like
it was knockoffs and third party were the closest high-end stuff we got.
And these are high-end.
Yeah,
like these are beautiful.
Yeah.
But they're making them because they have to.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
because other companies aren't filling that niche that so many collectors want. Yeah, I mean, I'll wrap up my 2016. I think it was a disappointing year on all toy fronts. But there's glimmers of hope that can lead us to a good 2017.
I want more Soul Chigoken.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, we get 2,
but
what do you make it?
What else can you get beyond that? Like what other
Soul
characters?
Chigoken?
Right. Well, I'm saying,
God, I got a lot.
I would love to see a Saucer Rager Bat Train. I'd love to see a Dorvac.
I would love to see a Dynaman.
Okay.
Like all the Godakins they haven't made. A Dynaman, a Bioman. Andy and I were talking about this last night. A Laser Iron.
Laser Iron. A Bega.
That would be sweet.
That would be sweet.
But they'd never sell it because it's not a character.
You're right.
I think now people would get it because they don't give a shit. But I mean, I would redo the Godate.
Love it.
Yeah, and keep the boxes the same.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Like those were the best packaging.
Great.
Just bring it out. I'll buy it gladly. Bend me over. I'll gladly get bent over and pay your crazy prices. Just give me something I can have pride in.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
On our final note, I want to thank all our subscribers and viewers and those who made comments. 2016 was great for Nerd Out. We loved it. It's been positive. We even take pride in those guys who are dicks and make dick comments. I thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for giving us your thoughts and participating. We love it. We enjoy doing that. Even if we have 10 viewers, we're still going to do this because we love it. And until next time,
Nerd Out!
Ooh, that was like I was a wrestler.
Tense,
you got me all crazy. You got me all fueled.
These ugly pieces of shit. Those exclusive action figures. Fuck these.